Hey, and welcome to the Ideas Make Love conversation. This is episode 55. And say hi to let us know that you're here in the Facebook Live comments. And feel free to share any comments or questions you might have, big or small, with all of us so that we can have a conversation together. So this is another part of the Motivation Manifesto. This one is called Defeat Our Demons. So it's number 3. I really like this one actually because he uses quite a cool analogy which I resonate with, but I'll cover that in a moment. Let me just cover the actual declaration itself. So something inside us is sabotaging our natural drive towards freedom. It whines and roars for us to stop whenever we push beyond our comforts, whenever we choose to be authentic and loving in a scary world, whenever we seek to make a difference at the cost of our own position, whenever we desire something magnificent that, to obtain, would require hardship and work. Our internal demons poison us with worry and fear whenever we might be vulnerable, stunting our growth and vitality. Our destiny is decided by how well we know our demons of doubt and delay, how well we defend against them, and how many battles we win against them each day of our lives. Without self-mastery, we are slaves to fear. With it, greatness and transcendence are ours. For this, we now declare, we shall defeat our demons. Cool. So, a few little takeaways that I had. This chapter, he talks about defiance being this ugly three-headed serpent that stirs deep in our gut whenever we want to take a risk. So this is for any of us that have felt like this defiance within us that says, no, I'm not going to do that thing that I've committed to doing, or that thing that I truly do want to do, or told somebody I will do. So if you can imagine defiance being this three-headed serpent, and there's 3 different heads of the serpent. So he talks about first, defiance can roar all at once, but we can choose to ignore it as we might a pesky yapping dog. So imagine the first head of defiance to resemble a pale, sticky eel. So he says that we can sense it as an unsure feeling in the pit of our stomach that rises until we hear an indecisive chain of thoughts that just rattle off in our head. So let me know if you feel something like that. I know I've definitely felt when I've gone to do something, this concept of doubt, essentially. And that's what he calls the first one, doubt, that just comes up when we think of all the reasons why we shouldn't do something. So he says, we develop character only through effort, struggle, and learning, none of which we ever choose to endure when doubt has our ear. Only faith can tear us from its grasp. So he talks about faith being the counter to this first head of this defiance, three-headed serpent. Faith is a deep conviction, a global trust and confidence in our beliefs about what is true. The most powerful faith in the world is the humble variety that says, I believe in my ability to learn and figure things out. With enough focus, time, effort, and dedication, I believe I can learn to do what must be done and become who I must become to achieve my dreams. Pretty self-explanatory and definitely quite helpful. Okay. So the second head of defiance, whose aim is to stop our advance by poisoning us with apathetic and resigned thought, is named after its sole miserable mission, delay. So we can imagine delay's physical shape as being that of a burnt orange eel with a severe face and thunderous voice that can shake us from head to toe. Nothing has done more than delay to make us potentially great men and women miss their moment. So all greatness teeters on whether a hero overcomes the terror within and advances regardless. So if you can consider this concept of delay as being whatever will stop us from taking action that's not actually wise, prudent thought. So of course, he's not meaning to just dive headfirst into everything without even taking reasoned thought as to what it is we do. But we know within us when there's this thing that we are just saying, no, I'm not I'm not going to take this action. So welcome Nada to the cast, and thank you for tagging. I think it's Lisa, unless you have something to talk about when it comes to Lisa Woods, but I believe you wanted to join the cast with us. That's great. Welcome, and feel free to please join the conversation. Any kind of thoughts or comments you have around this, throw in on the lovely rhetoric that is Brendan Burchard. So then the third head, all right, the third head is division. So this one poisons us with the venom of separation, making our blood and our behavior run cold. So this demon is more self-assured and sinister than its brethren. So let us imagine it as an eyeless, jet black serpent head. Whenever we feel that everyone around us is an idiot, insufficient, or unworthy of trust or respect, this is division once more. I'm just going to make a comment here from Nada. It's relevant for her and for me. I'll keep going. Thank you. So whenever we feel, its toxins make us feel high-minded and pretentious, as if we should live above and insulated from others, as if we were somehow more special than our brethren, sisters, friends, and associates. So I can feel myself actually stumbling over this, because there is a thing within me that has definitely done that over the years. I've had this thing about being better than, and you know, really that was part of what back then was a bit of false confidence in trying to feel better than other people. So this thing will pull us away, and it's definitely pulled me away from others. It's had me not be in communication, you know, because I feel like whatever I'm putting out there hasn't been heard or what have you. So, you know, this is something that we all experience at some point in our lives. And he talks about the antidote to division is love. So we see that we are all made of the same purity, fighting the same demons, marching in our own ways to our own freedoms, all journeying back to love. The doubt questions the demon head doubt, the first one, questions our worth and our course of action, right? So it really says, look, you can't do this, that other people can do it better, all of that stuff. Delay will breed indolence, which, heck, I've delayed the heck out of things over the years. You know, if we don't use our muscles, they atrophy and decay. So just put it into action. Just do the things that you're choosing to do. It's not like someone's told us to do something and we're saying no. It's the things that we actually want to get done. And finally, division closes the mind and the heart. So in one creature, we find the cause of most human misery, for it is the lack of certainty, activity, and humanity that derails our destiny. Let us imagine our one needed weapon against our internal terrors as the sword of courage. It is a sword of unbending steel, forged from that remarkable triumvirate, a strong hilt formed of faith, and an indestructible blade of action on one edge and love on the other. It's a beautiful note to finish this on. Yeah, what is your weapon against all of this? Perhaps it's a sword, and you can associate with that. Perhaps you have a favorite rifle, whatever it is, or a magic wand, whatever works for you. Certainly the sword bit works for me, and yeah, I certainly have taken that on board when it came to doing things, and I found that just from doing that, I've been able to take a hell of a lot more action than I have in the past, because of these three heads that I've been denying that I had any of within me. So that's about it for today, guys. Just wanted to smash it out as per my own epic life game challenge of basically doing 3 Facebook Lives a week. Please post any comments below around what you'd love to hear from next, what you'd love to have a conversation around. And yeah, we can maybe even bring you onto the cast if you're happy to be on camera and join me on the show. Until then, thank you so much for your attention and your time and your love. Take care, and we'll see you next time.